Okay, we are live. I'll just hang on a bit and see who pops in. I hope everyone is having a good afternoon, a good evening, and yeah, once we get a few people on, jump into a bit of photo editing, talk about some photos, and yeah, see what we come up with. Hopefully some people on Facebook jump on. There we go. We got 3 viewers on. That's good. It's good to see. Connie from Bohol, hello, how are you? Marlon, hello Paul, how are you? I'm fine, ¿cómo está? And we've got a third person. I hope the volume, the mic's alright at the moment. I've got it off to the side instead of having it in front of me. I can't say that one. Oh, there we go. We got another one. Hello, welcome tonight. We've got some photos to do. Got all these photos. Every single one of them was actually taken off my phone. None of them was actually with my big camera. So, Rochelle, hello, how are you, Paul? It goes to show, like, just these yeah, I think Julie will be on soon. I don't know. She's I just let her know that I was live. So I hope the audio is alright. You can hear me fine, hopefully. Marlon, hello. Shout out to you. Thanks for joining. Yeah, just there's 2 photos here. Oh, there we go. Julie's on. Oh, look out. Everyone's going to love Julie now. She's on. Yeah, Rochelle, I'm doing well. Sorry I'm a little bit late on the live. I was supposed to be live like 23 minutes ago, but I've only just got home. I haven't even had a shower yet. I haven't even really got ready. I've just had my dinner very quickly. So, Christine, hello. How are you, Paul? I'm gonna edit a photo of Julie's. Oh, not of Julie's, of Julie. This was the weekend that we first met. It's one of the ones that I took with my phone that she has got now. And it was down in Cebu City at Fort St. Pedro. Julie will remember that one. It was quite a good day. We quite enjoyed that one. So I found a bunch of photos on my phone. Some from old, a lot of flowers from recent, like the last couple of weeks, and one of those flowers is for Julie that I did take. It was a special one for her because it's her favourite colour, yellow. So yeah, I'll run through some of those photos. Some of the flowers I don't know the names of, but what I call hibiscus, you call another name. And I've got a heap of variety of the hibiscus. I've got 1, 2, 3, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, well, 12. I've got a double there somewhere. Yeah, 12 different varieties of the hibiscus. So thanks, Bob, for sharing it. So we'll switch over to the other screen. We've got 5 viewers on, which is great. Where is it? There we go. Why aren't you showing up? You're not showing up there. Okay. Back. I wonder if I can refresh it. Does it have a refresh? No. Might have to remove it and see if I can bring it back. Window capture. Add source. Sorry about this, guys. It was ready to go a second ago, but for some reason it disappeared on me, which doesn't surprise me in the least. At times things don't work the way I want it to, but here we are. Why are you not showing? Come on. Play ball with me. You were showing up a second ago. Okay, there. We'll go back into development. But you're not moving. This is getting, yes, that's the one. That's what Julie's texting. Come on, guys, play with me, play with me. Don't do this to me. This is getting frustrating. But yeah, it's not showing up. What the hell? What's going on? Can you see the photo? Julie, please send me a message on Messenger. Hello, Paul. Welcome. Just trying to sort all this out. I don't know what you can. You actually see an image there? I can't. It's not showing up. Yes, that's right. Yeah, well, I don't know if you guys can actually see this photo. Julie, can you see that photo? Because from what I'm looking at on the screen that's going live, it's not showing up. But if you can see it, I can proceed with editing and talking about it. Okay, you can't see the photo, right? I don't know. Let's see if I can. This is getting frustrating. Sorry guys about this. This is not cool. It's getting frustrating trying to do this when it's just not doing what I want it to do. Instead, yeah, okay. Done. Okay, so you went there. Can see that. I can't see. Yeah, I'm trying to work it out, bub. I don't know what's going on. Like, this should be doing what I'm telling it to do, and it's not doing it. It's getting really, really frustrating. Trying to do a live for you guys and showing you all the different things that I edit and how I edit them. And for some reason it's just doesn't want to play ball with me tonight. I don't know why. No, that one. But yet. Capture method. I wonder if that makes a difference. This is all new to me. Sorry about this, guys. I am not very techy with computers. I know how to play a game. But when it comes to this sort of stuff, it's all new. Okay, now let's click a button and ta-da! That didn't. What the hell? It's getting frustrating. Sorry guys, this live is really terrible. Seems to be a running thing with me at the moment with doing bad lives, but trying to sort it out on the fly and it is not liking it. Okay. Let's see if I can do it this way. Develop thing. frustrating. Very frustrating. But Julie did say there, why is her picture there? Because I chose it because I reckon I can turn it into a really nice photo, slightly a little bit edited. So hopefully I can get this working, and oh, I wonder if I did it. I wonder if I did it. If I did it, I feel so proud of myself. I think I was just doing it all wrong. I need to do it over here or something. So if I go develop, okay, so I'm going to shoot that off over there now. Let's see. Haha! I fixed it. Alright. Oh, and Jennifer, hello. Sorry about not replying. I was trying to fix the screen. I hope everyone can see it well now. Yes. So hopefully everyone can see my bird's going off because I haven't been out to see her yet. Okay. Yep. Okay. Better now, bub? Alright. Right, so I'll get into this edit because I hope you can see it. So Julie wanted to know why her picture's there. Well, I think can't clearly hear. Okay, I think really still black. How's that? That's a little bit better. What the hell is it black for? Yeah, I was gonna say, well, I just put it up on my phone and it's fine. So yeah, I was gonna say, well, I just put it up on my phone and it's fine. So yeah. Well, that was irritating. Pulling up live on my phone. Okay, right. Let's get this show on the road. It's been 20 minutes on this live, and it has been absolutely terrible start. I do apologise. Is that better? Can you hear me better now? Alright. Let's get into this edit. So better now. Alright, so this is the very first weekend that I met Julie, and we were traveling around Cebu City, and we had a lovely weekend. A couple of her friends came down for the weekend as well. This is going to be one of the photos that I edit tonight. It was taken off my phone that she has. Oh, that's alright, Po. If you want, you can always watch it back later, or just watch along. Will be right. You'll be able to. Your headset's broken. Oh. You'll be able to see the photos as I do them. There, better now. Okay. Right. So this, I'm gonna just scan through the images. That's right, it doesn't like going full screen for you guys. Okay, so this photo here is a sunset that I took a couple of years ago when I was away working. I was working at Rainbow Beach here in Australia. Okay, the mic should always be there. Righto. I was still working out this mic. Apparently it's a good mic. I might have it all on the settings all wrong. I don't know. So I'm sorry if it wasn't working properly. I thought maybe if I move it off to the side or something. But if it has to be there, it has to be there. So yeah, that's a sunset. That's a beautiful sunset. I love that one. I will edit that one. You got a couple of pelicans in the front, a boat over to the side. Couple of guys fishing. Apparently they got a couple of fish that afternoon. And so now these are going into, I'm not sure what these photos are, but these were from the job that I took that sunset photo in, and all these are with my phone. And if you look in the center of that flower, you can see a little bee. It's an Australian native bee. They're really tiny. They don't sting or anything like that. And yeah, they don't make a lot of honey. But the funny thing is with them guys, they don't travel more than 500 meters away from where their hive is. So I always like getting the little native bees in the photos if they're on the flowers or anything like that. And you'll notice in that flower, most of my flower shots, you'll notice that they're not directly face on. They're always on a slight angle, whether it's off to the side, lower, or something like that. I don't really take too many photos where it's directly on. I always like to have a slight angle on it because I reckon the flower looks a little bit better when it's on an angle. That's my personal preference. And here's another variation of that flower. There's a few different variations, but they're quite pretty, these ones. I used to always like taking photos as soon as I see them because there's quite a fair few varieties. Now, this shot I'm not going to edit, but I put this one in so I can explain something. All right. This shot here, I was down last year, I think it was. I was working up in a place called Gympie, and we had time before work, so we walked down to the local creek that they had there, and it looked like an interesting shot, or could have been an interesting photo. And I had my phone with me. All these shots, like I said, are with my Rochelle loves the sunset. You always love the sunset. You're a sunset person. And this is an example that I wanted to show you guys. I thought that this could be a very interesting photo with the log and the little bit of water there with the reeds and that. But that's just standing there looking at it, and it doesn't look very good. So I'm like, how can I make that look better? And then I thought, well, got messages. I thought, well, I'm gonna take another shot, and this is the next one is the one that I came up with that I will edit with you guys. So see how I've turned the shot a little bit different. Like it's still not an epic shot, but it's a better shot. And that's the main thing. because I changed the angle and I used the log as the leading into the scene, into like a swampy area. The sky is not exactly crash hot or anything like that. It's just a grey sky because it was a cloudy day. The sun's been up for a while, so it wasn't exactly the best lighting, but it shows that you can turn something very ordinary into something a little bit more interesting by just changing your angle. And that's the main thing that I try and get across to people is just work with your angles. Try lower, try above, try off to the side. Yeah. I love that photo with the wild bee, with the native bee. I've got that cactus photo that I put up ages ago, and it had that little, it's a cactus flower, but Julie knows it as the flower for the dragon fruit. And they called the midnight flowers or something like that, whatever they are, the night flowers or something, because they only flower at night once a year for one fruit, and then it dies within a few hours afterwards. Yeah, so I haven't asked for any photos yet from anyone because I'm still trying to get, obviously, I wasted a lot of time tonight with trying to sort this out and get everything right. We will start getting photos sent into us, into a messenger, or if you've got Julie as a friend, send it to Julie, and then she can pass them on to me, and I will put them into Lightroom that I'm showing you now, and I will edit them, and then we'll send them back to you, and we can talk about the photo. Like, if you sent me a photo like this, alright, I'm not going to say it's a bad shot, because everyone's still learning, alright? I will just explain that it could have been a better shot like that. Sometimes I may see in a photo, I may see 5 or 6 different things that might be wrong. Well, that's not the right word. 5 or 6 things that could be improved. Okay, nothing's ever wrong. I don't like to say that because it sounds discouraging. But I found with myself growing up, if I get given everything all at once, I get lost, I get flustered. But if someone gave me information on doing photography, one little bit at a time to change and perfect, I could work better, or I could perform better and get better shots. So I'll edit this one up, and we'll have a look, see how it turns out when I edit it. Like I said, all these photos have been taken off my phone, but I want to get in. This isn't just this was taken the other year too. This was a flower I seen at a job site. All these flowers have been when I'm in at work, and I'll always keep an eye out on a really lovely looking flower, and I'll take photos of it. And this one is an off to the side kind of photo as well. This one is not so much off to the side, but more of a close-up. Just trying to show the beauty. Like, it was only a very small flower. Well, most people don't know the size of my palm, but it was only about that big. So no, I'm not talented. I don't like to say I'm talented. I get lucky. I try and just say, well, it is what it is, and yeah. But this one, I haven't shown Julie this flower. She likes yellow, and Jennifer, hello. So This one she will like. It's not the flower that I found for Julie, and the one that I've been looking for the last few days, for once it bloomed. I seen it. What was it, bub? About 3-4 days ago. I seen it. And I'm like, oh, I seen a flower for you. I want to get a photo. I had to wait until it bloomed. And every morning, as soon as I got to work at the school that I'm working at the moment, because we're painting the school, we're painting blocks, classrooms. Every morning, I'd go to the hibiscus flowers, have a look at the bushes, see what flowers are out, see what's not. Some of them weren't out for a little bit, so I'd always be searching for that one flower for Julie, because I know she likes it. But this one, the next one, is at a job that I did the other year as well. It's a yellow one. It's got a bit of water drops on it, but it's got a little bit of red. It's a different variety of the hibiscus flower. So only one. So out of the next 13, 14 flowers that I'll show you, only one's not. Yeah, I must have missed. Must have missed something. What Julie's saying there is, I had one person ask me to do some photo editing for them, and they said to me, why didn't I remove their pimples? To me, I'm not a fan of removing imperfections, as some people would see or say, because it makes you who you are. If you've got bad acne, if I take them away, it doesn't show a real representative of you. If you're a girl, you can hide it with makeup if you wish. I'm fine with that. But to show someone something that's not you is misleading to me. If I take a photo, say this flower, and it had something there like a stick that I could clone out, yes, I will. But when it comes to a person, I don't like photoshopping, making their skin smoother. If you're after a vanity photo shoot, there's other people out there that will charge an absolute fortune for you, and they'll do it. But that's not me. I like to get the beauty, the naturalness of my subjects or whatever. Like, if I come over and I meet a few of you guys and you want photos done, I'm more than happy to do them. I'm more than happy to edit the photos and give them to you. Am I going to charge you? No. It's the joy of meeting you, making you friends, doing new photos, making videos of it, and then just having a good time. So, just clarifying what Julie's saying. It's not me to change a person. It just doesn't seem right. If you have a look in on my page, you'll see a post I put up a while back of my niece that I've got beside a waterfall. I told her to stay natural for that one, and I put her in a beautiful scene, and I made her look beautiful. So that's just the way I work. So this is another hibiscus, so a little bit different textures, different colors. This one is from work. So all the rest of the photos are from work, the one I'm working at right now, and it's amazing how many different varieties of hibiscus I have come up across and found. There's another version of that one, just slightly different colors. So you've got a full red one, and then you've got one that's more white on the edges and pinky red on the inside. I love this little fella. I love how it's white and then it's got pink on the center. To me, it's really, really pretty. He's only a small one, or she, whatever. The flower, we'll call it the flower, is a very pretty one. I quite like it. I enjoy taking photos of flowers. I can't grow them. I've never been really good at growing flowers. But I do love them because the variety. Like, you watch and see all the different variety and the patterns that you see coming out of these hibiscus. It's incredible. And that's what I get excited about taking photos of flowers. It's like, oh wow, that's a different one. I don't think I've got the one. People get that way when they do bird photography. I can guarantee you now, if you started when you were really young, say 10 years old, and you lived until you were 90, and you had the money to travel the Philippines, I can guarantee you now, you would not get every single bird in the Philippines a photo of. It's nearly impossible. No one can do it in Australia. No one can do it right around the world. The amount of birds, same with flowers, is damn near impossible to try and photograph every single one of them. But I have fun doing it. I like this one. I did an edit on one of these hibiscus the other night, and I put it up. But I took another one because I liked how that flower looked. You got to get them just after they bloom for that first day, in the first few hours that they bloom, so they look really nice. So from talking to a lot of the people that I have as friends from the group and Julie and all that, learning about these hibiscus flowers that you got over there, these are very rare for you to see over there. All the different varieties that I'm showing you. So this is one of the things that I love being able to take a photo and showing you guys, because you don't see it all that often. This is the first time I've seen this one. Most of these hibiscus flowers, this variety, but I've got a photo of it and I've found it at a work site. So I just wanted to share it with you guys. So this is a common hibiscus. This is probably something that you would see over there. This is just the standard run-of-the-mill red hibiscus, but I hadn't in my head, right, when I look for a photo, in my head, this name for this flower was going to be called Hidden Beauty. Why Hidden Beauty? It was tucked in underneath all the leaves at the back of the bush. It was just a perfect flower. Perfectly out, everything like that, but it was all hidden by everything. So to me, the name of that flower would have been Hidden Beauty, even though it's just the common one. So this is not a hibiscus. I have taken a photo of this one once before at a different job site, but it was just a cool flower. It was in perfect condition, so I took a photo of it. What it is, I have no idea, but it's just a cool flower. It's on the bush, so I did it. This next one's the one that I did for Julie, and I will edit up for Julie. It's a special one for her. The yellow hibiscus. I have been searching for days, waiting for this one to bloom out, and so far this is the only one that's bloomed in the almost 2 weeks that I've been at this job site. So quite happy that it did bloom while I was there, and yeah, that one is a special one for Julie because she loves yellow. Believe it or not, this is an actual hibiscus as well. In the center, so in here, is the stem, but it's so fluffy and pom-pom-ish that you wouldn't think it's a hibiscus, but it is. It's on the hibiscus bush, everything like that. I just thought it was interesting. I've never seen one like that, and the interesting thing is, there's another one that I come across that's in an orange version, so I was quite happy with that. So this is Yanni. This one's Lightroom. This program that I use. So yeah, if you wanted to, you could download it on your phone. There's a free version of Lightroom, and yeah, you could definitely learn how to edit off Lightroom mobile. That's how I started before getting onto the computer editing one. So this one's another interesting one, hibiscus. It's a yellowy orange one, and it's got a little bit of like a pom-pom fluff ball going on at the center there. But I thought he was pretty interesting. So yeah, they all look, some of these look like a different flower completely, Rochelle. But they are the hibiscus. I did make sure I checked to make sure it had the stem in the center, like all the common things for a hibiscus. But also the plant. You look at the plant, the bush, the leaves. They're all hibiscus leaves. This one would be for you, Rochelle. The next flower, because to me it's a sunset. So this one would be for you. He's a little fella. He's got a little bit of yellow, oranges, and reds through it, and to me that looks like a sunset. So that would be a hibiscus for you, Rochelle. You wish, monkey. And even though I already got one of this little fella the other day, I just seen a new flower come out and I thought he looked pretty cool, so I took a photo of him anyway. And here's another one that came out. I actually took this one this morning. He popped out. Bit of an orangey red, fluffy one sort of thing. Best flower in my country. I would not have a clue. I'm not a flower person, like study wise. Everyone's got their own personal favorite. I just like flowers. If it's a pretty one, I like it. So, and here's that orangey version of that red, pinky orange. National flower. I don't know what Australia's national flower, but every state in Australia has its own national flower. So it's a little bit harder to say which is the national flower. Every state has its own national flower. Every state's got its own coat of arms, but it's also got its own like state emblem animal as well. It's weird. Like, it's not just one for the country. It's like Western Australia is the black swan. That's theirs. I'm not sure what Queensland's is or whatever, but yeah, it's a hard question to say. I could probably Google to find out if it was or whatnot, but I'm not sure. It's not a question I know. So we're going to go back to the start, back to Julie's photo, and we're going to edit this one to start off with, since I've done. There you go, golden wattle. There's plenty of different wattles. I wouldn't even know that. See? That's something I don't know about my own country. I'm not even sure what a golden wattle looks like. I've seen plenty of wattles. But alright, so let's do this. We're definitely going to crop this. And I believe, to me, so I want to put Julie at the bottom of the photo to show the sheer size of Fort St. Pedro. I think it is St. Pedro that we were at. But also try and get like Oh, whoops. So, there we go. That's perfect. So you want to get the interesting stuff up the top there. The arches and stuff like that. That's a really good, interesting focal point up the top. Bit of interest up the top. All the side stuff here, it's not exactly necessary, but the focal point in the center is the eye-catching part. And I reckon this photo here, there she is. I reckon this one is going to be a black and white image, because I reckon it will look really good black and white. Will look very historical, like you said. It's a historical place. We had fun running around, walking around. Julie actually took a photo of me staring off into space. So what I basically did was, over here I hit the auto button. It gives me my base. I always use the auto button when I do the edit. So I'll bring the temperature down a little bit, not too much, and bring up the tint a little bit. Your temperature comes down. All the tint and the temperature is due to your white balance, and it can change depending on the day, the time, and everything like that. So you can set white balance in your camera. Highlight for tonight. I think it's a nice photo, bub. And there's a few other places that we should look at and get photos and do them in nice black and whites. There's a lot of historical places around. So yeah, your white balance you can set in your camera, or you can leave it at auto and you can adjust it in Lightroom, which is quite easy enough as long as you're shooting in RAW. That close? Alright, so Julie's carrying the towel that she was wiping me off with. I was always sweating while I was over there, and she's always patting me dry. So we want to bring the whites up a little bit. Bring the blacks down, make them pop, because there's black on the stone. And we're going to bring up the contrast a little bit. So the photo is changed so much already. Like, that was before, after. So it's got a bit more thing. It's got a bit more oomph to it now. And this is the thing with your photo editing. Some people go, "Oh, you edited it, you changed it." No, I enhanced it. I put makeup on it, because anything you do, you've altered a photo, unless you take the old back in the 1800s film photos. This is how it is nowadays. Everything's altered before you even see it. So I'm going to leave that panel for a second, and we're going to come down to lens corrections. See, even though I took this on a phone, you can actually see that it's got the Huawei Mate 20 Pro, which is what Julie's spit it out, Tim. Which is Julie's phone now. it's remembered the information from that photo, even though it's come over to my phone, what it was taken, so it can be altered, which is kind of cool. Don't want to do any effects, transformations, nothing like that yet. We'll go into the detail. Bring up a little bit of sharpness. I'm going to hold Alt down for the masking. Masking helps take any noise out, and smooth some stuff up. Like, it's not gonna, like, as you zoom in, you're gonna start noticing bits and pieces struggling at the back, considering it's a, I was standing, I was probably a good 30 meters away from Julie when I took this photo. The back of that courtyard is going to be a little bit off. One, it's a phone, but that courtyard's probably about another 30-40 meters in the back, so it's probably about 70 meters away from me, so there's not a lot much you can do about it. But I'll bring up the luminance a little bit. Tone curve. I love using the white tone curve, making a nice little S. Just gives it a bit more of a pop. Turn it black and white. I don't know about yous, but I like it in the black and white. It's a very historical place. Got a lovely lady in the front. And yeah, it's just a very good photo in a black and white. It gives that a better feel to me. Like, you can have it in the color, but black and white. It's more something. So wanna invert it. There you go. So what I did, excuse me. So what I did there is I've changed the black in the background of Julie and highlighted it a little bit more by using a circle graduator, a gradual filter sort of thing, gradient filter. That's the word, gradient. And it just helps Julie pop a little bit more in the photo, and it also helps that the background's not so dark. So yeah, that's kind of why I did that one. It looks really good. Yeah, I reckon that photo is just about done. I don't think there's anything. Oh, I almost forgot my favorite thing to do. go into the effects. Gonna add a slight vignette on the edges. So, done a -23 vignette for the black. You know, I like my black and white photos. What can I say? Yes. How we met Filipino Cupid. It's free for the Filipinas to join. The foreign men have to pay. So that's it. That's a beautiful photo, Bob. I'll have to send you that photo. You can put it as your Facebook profile pic. I don't know. You can do whatever you want with it. I think it's a really lovely photo. So what we do is we go in and you just can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just putting a little watermark on it. Can I put it in the center? Oh, yeah. Julie's gonna like it where it is. It's right underneath her feet. There you go. And then we go export, bam, done. Yeah. So I get boyfriend Filipino, he's from Baja. Understand that much? But there we go, guys. That's the one photo that I wanted to do tonight. A nice black and white of Julie from the first time we met. I might move on to the sunset next, and we'll get that one edited. So definitely got to crop this because it's just way too much. It's nice, but it's too much. And I think the best way to crop it would be to knock a bit of the sky out, because the sky is nice, but the focal point is the water, and just like that. That's much better photo. So Bohol. I want to be able to get a nice photo of a sunset of the Chocolate Hills. I reckon that'll be a really nice photo to get. Even if I have to go and climb one of the Chocolate Hills away from all the tourists, I don't care. Even though I am a tourist, but sometimes the tourists just get in the way. Alright, so let's get into editing this sunset photo. So I'm going to hit the auto edit. I love the look in the clouds. Like now because I zoomed in. All right, and this, even though it was a great camera that I used, a great phone camera, it's still very limited to what you can do. Like, it is what it is. You got to work with what you got. Like, if you want to go on pixel peep, as they call it, and that's what I just done, was zoomed in, by all means, go for it. But it's not going to prove anything, and it's not going to help you any. So I've gone through and I've done a slight edit by using the auto, and 3. So there'll be Connie's probably still there, and Christine's probably still there, lurking in the background. We've got 5 viewers on. I'm glad everyone's still bearing with me, even though tonight's been... yeah, I'll send it to you later, Bob. I'll take it off the computer and send it through. You can use it as your profile pic or something like that. You'll have my photography logo name right at your feet. So even though the exposure went up when I auto, I think it looks better slightly darker, or that's the original, but I reckon even a little bit up. I reckon that's fine, and exposure wise, a bit more contrast. Here, remember that sunset photo? Yeah. This photo was actually taken the day that I went on the deep sea fishing charter. The pelicans are actually where they are because we're throwing in scraps of fish as we're filling them up, and then this sunset burnt like this, and I just had to get my camera out and start taking get my phone out and start taking photos. So there's not a lot to need to be done to this one. You can see the intensity of the colors changed in the photo from just the vibrance and the saturation. So it was a very, very, very fiery sunset. It was beautiful. It was lovely. My friend actually wanted a photo done up in a canvas, and I surprised him and got it done in a canvas for him. And yeah, he quite enjoys it. I don't know if it's on his walls yet or anything like that, because he's just moved house. I don't know exactly where he's gone, but yeah, he's got a canvas of this one. Might play around with the... Ooh. Believe it or not, this Okay, Yanni, I'll let you know that what I've done, but just play around with it. This one was a it'd probably be the best sunset photo I've taken. Beautiful location. Had the pelicans in the foreground. A couple of people there fishing. Just a beautiful burn of a sunset. But believe it or not, I've got an image in my head that I want to take in Manila Bay of a sunset like this. In Manila Bay. I've always imagined getting a nice photo somewhere, finding a nice area, and then just being there at the right time for a beautiful sunset. Yeah, this one's not exactly a cheap mic, so it's not the dearest one, but it'd be a lot more than what most people over there would be willing to pay for a microphone. But I wanted to say hi, but my old phone is not working. Hello, Zoe. Daddy loves you. Getting one from me. Well, I have done weird things like that before, Jennifer. I have sent gifts to people before for no reason. Just at times I'll just say, Julie, I'm doing this, and she's like, okay, not a problem. So what I'm basically doing is not really yeah, I guess you are changing it really, but it's not to a real great deal. It's just to give it a bit more of a oomph. I'm just playing around with the hue, saturation and luminance, just to make those colours really stand out, because they did in the like I've taken photos where they just colours don't hold really well, and you need to boost it up a little bit more. But this one is almost done. You know what are some of my favourite parts of this? Hello, Mary. What some of my favourite parts of this photo is just here. Is the ripple in the clouds. It was really nice. It really was. So, it's really interesting. I'm looking on my other monitor, and because it's not color graded quite like my laptop that I'm actually editing off, two different looks. It really is. It's interesting. And done. Oh, they are white. I won't finish that sentence. I really won't. I reckon. Okay, now. Okay, I'll say something in a sec, Yanni, especially for you. And just the way the comment you've got there, it's something that I do nowadays. I didn't do then because of the phone that I was using. But okay, what I'm doing here, you can't actually see it on your screen. But I'm setting up my logo, so the Timothy McCabe photography, in the nice writing that I've got. I always look at my image and I'm like, right, where's that going to look best? And to me, it's going to be in the left-hand bottom corner. There's a little bit of rock form there, but you don't want to cover over the pelicans. I always put it down the bottom, so whether it's in the middle, the right, or the left. And I think the left is what is lacking something, so that's where I put my name. If the photo is lopsided or uneven on one side, I'll put the photo off to the other side, the tag off to the other side. So done, export, and that can go over there. Left, export, override. Okay, so that is the sunset photo. Now, Yanni, with your comment, it's like a mirror that reflects the ocean to the sky, or vice versa. Yeah, it does. The colors do. If I had my camera, my big camera, and I had all my filters, I would have had graduated ND filter to hold in the colors up the top, or the colors up here. I would have held them in the sky, but then I would have run a filter and gone long exposure to smooth out the water. Because if I could smooth out the water, I'd almost get a reflection. Okay, the pelicans are here, so them moving wouldn't make for a really good shot with trying to do the long exposure trick that I'm doing. But I'd love to be able to smooth out that water to really make them colors mirror. Like if you look at my shoulder. If you look at my photo, I don't know if I've got it up on the Facebook page, might do, of the Brisbane Story Bridge where it's lit up in pink. The water in the river was really ripply, but I've done it in a long exposure so it flattens out a bit and the colour just bounced off the water and made it look all pink. It was beautiful. It really was. That would have been what I would have tried to achieve in this image with my camera if I had it. It would have been a graduated ND filter for the sky to keep that colour in, to make it much easier so you wouldn't lose that colour so much, and another just a normal ND filter just to try and smooth out the water. But that's what I would have tried to do with some filters. Vivian, hello Paul. So I'm going to do this one next. Michelle, I'll send you this one. I'll send you a copy of the sunset for you. I'll send it through Messenger. That way you can have a copy of it, because I know you like sunsets. I've put my watermark in the left hand side. It depends on your photo. Okay. Now, alright, so here we go. Yanni, this one's for you, darling. the photo that I just done with Julie, alright, I've put the watermark just underneath the feet, right in the center, not off to the right or left. In this one, I believe the watermark in the center, slightly up from the bottom, works really well, because there's a lot of space here, and that's basically where I've put it. It wouldn't look right here or there, but up here it just looked right. For this photo, I've put the watermark just down here because that is an interesting element to your photo and you don't want to cover it up. And it wouldn't look right in the center, but it looks good off to the right, off to the left. This photo that I'm about to do, I'll edit it so the watermark sits here, right in the center. These flower shots, I'll probably crop it up a little bit, and I might actually put it over here maybe, because see how it's got the branch there. You want to put it over here where there's nothing much there. So you want to kind of fill your photo in spots that it needs to be filled with the watermark, and not put it over places that is interesting to look at. If you've got everything that's interesting, well, you just find where it looks best. Yeah, it depends very much on the photo, doll. So I'm going to edit this one now. We'll do a quick gonna do a I didn't know it's crooked, but apparently it was crooked. Straight now. There we go. Did a basic edit. You'll notice that in this photo here, the foreground here is not really tack sharp and in focus like it is back here. That's because that's where I actually aim my focus when I was taking the photo with the phone. I wanted to blur this out a little bit because I was really close to it, and then just have it in focus for the rest of it. It was intentionally done that it was out of focus, so don't sit there and go, oh, it's out of focus. I intentionally done it, and it's just some things that some people will do and some people won't do. It's personal preference on how you want to see your photo being taken. Make that vibrance pop. See, this photo goes to show if you use this is a kind of why I wanted to do these editing Yanni, is because I can show more and I can talk more as I'm doing these. I know a lot of people say that they struggle with editing and stuff like that. It's not as scary as you think it is. I thought it was terrifying when I first started. I had no idea. I wasn't even looking at some of these YouTube video editing, because they're trying to do all these fancy. This is all the stuff that I'm doing. It's just basic stuff. Yeah, just comment like Julie said. And if I see the comment coming up, I will answer it. So, and Rochelle, there is a reason why I have done it this way, and I will explain that in a minute, because it is a very, very important part to a lot of photography. It's not just the foreground, but it helps lead you into a scene. So I'll explain that in a sec. But yeah, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to do these lives and get people that were interested. I love doing the Q&As. I love interacting with everyone. I love being able to read the comments and the questions, and I love answering them. It gives me more connection to you guys. It gives me things to do instead of just playing the games. And yeah, it's just good to see everyone. Like, I know I stuffed around for a lot, but I've been editing for an hour now. I've done two photos. I love explaining to you what I'm doing, trying to help you out if you're wanting to be able to do it. I do want to be able to get your photos in, work around editing them, because you might get your photo and like, oh, how am I going to do this? Well, I'll give you my spin on how I would have tackled that photo, and it can give you different ideas on how you can tackle that photo if you wish to edit it after I've done it, or if you like the way the edit is I've done, you can just put it up on your Facebook page and say, hey, look, this is a photo I took courtesy of Tim, who edited it for me. He done a lovely job, or whatever. You don't even need to mention me. You can just say, hey, look at the photo they edited. I don't really care. It doesn't take me overly that long to do an edit, and yeah, I'm just happy that people get joy out of it. So Rochelle said, I like this one, using the wood as a foreground. Okay, yeah, I did use it as a foreground. But one of the key things when you... long day at work. Been a long week, even though it's halfway. It's called using a leading line, leading your viewer into your shot. So you can see, I'll go back to this one. Okay, this is the shot, right? This is the area. This is me standing up. That's how tall I am. I'm not overly that tall, but that's just the way it was. All right. Now, taking a photo like that looks really bad to me. After you start learning some stuff, that's just a happy snapshot. Standing up, just taking a photo. It looked interesting because of the weed banks here. I'm using the cursor so you can see. It looked interesting there, and I'm like, okay, how can I make this look even better? Well, use that log as a leading line, a leading subject to lead your viewers into your photo. I've got a photo I explained in one of the photos back when I was down at Nudgee Beach, and it was low tide, and I had a S moving flow of water, and I took the photo and I edited it up, and it looked quite nice, but that S led you through of that canal, a water canal or whatever it was, just a little runoff. That S led you through the scene. It led you through the photo, and yeah, but I wouldn't use this photo. This photo is me. I actually took this photo to show a lesson to someone that I was actually like you, Yanni. You want to learn more about editing and taking photos. I've had people, when I very first started my Facebook page, say to me, hey, look, I want to learn more about photography. Can you help me? Can you teach me? And I said, whatever I know, I'll teach you. So this was a photo I took as like a lesson sort of. Like, I just take the photo, showed them both photos and which one was better and why, and explained it to them. I don't know what happened, but I haven't had many people ask for that lately, and I'm more than happy to do it. I really am. Whatever I know, and this is the saddest thing. People, when they master or they learn how to do a skill, they don't want to show it to someone else because they're afraid they will take their thunder, they will take their money, they will take their job. If you became Yanni, I'll just say Yanni for the moment. All right, Yanni, you're into photography. If I showed you everything that I know and you started winning photography awards and stuff like that, I'll be the first one to stand beside you, pat your back and say, very good job, I'm proud of you. And that's all I need to do. The fact that you have achieved greatness and I was a small part of it, I wasn't the thing that got you there. It was you that got you there. But I gave you the boost to follow your passion. That'd be proud for me. I don't care whether you become more famous than me. That doesn't bother me. I'm happy being who I am and living a simple life. But I don't know why people can't show skills to others because they're afraid that they're going to lose out or they can't make money off that. And it's a very big thing, especially in the Philippines, that I know of too. People won't share skills because they're afraid that because everything over there with work-wise is so cutthroat, they're going to afraid that they're going to miss out. But I'm happy to show and teach anyone anything I know. Always have been, always will be. Doesn't matter what job I'm doing or what passion I'm following. But as you can see, like Yanni said, that you can see the shadow is right here, and then you got the morning glow coming over because I'm actually underneath a bridge. So you've got the shadow from the bridge, and then you've got the morning sun coming up. So I even though this is a very simple photo, it's not an epic photo. I like it because of the log, the character that's in the log and the reeds. Like it's not a fantastic photo, and everyone will be opinionated to their own. But I just think it's got some little bit of character. So. Whereabouts are you, Yanni? Whereabouts in the Philippines? Don't have to say exactly, just an area that I can get a general idea of. Oh, Davao. Okay. Well, that's one area that I've actually got to come down and visit because I know I've got a lot of supporters down in Davao. And when I'm down there, and I'll let you know that I'm down there, I'd be happy to meet up with you, and I'd be happy to do a little photography photo shoot with you and teach you how to do some bits and pieces. That was actually one of the things that my dream with this channel, this Facebook page, was to share what I know, to meet people. I focus most of my energy on the Philippines. One, because can't see my hand. One, because I love the Philippines. Two, they don't have a lot. So I know people that are big time photographers, they do workshops and stuff like that, but they charge big money. Even I look at it and I'm like, well, I don't know if I could justify spending that. It'd be a great holiday, great time, everything like that. Jonah, hello, how are you, Paul? But it's too much money. It really is. Just to spend time with a big time photographer, as they call them, professional photographers, I can't justify it. I could do the photography trip that they're probably doing for a lot less. And then I thought about doing the Facebook page, starting to make a community. I know I started a business photography page, but I don't know how to use Facebook properly. I really don't. And I've tried to change it to a public figure now, because I don't... It is a business and it's not a business, because it's in a business in the sense that, yeah, you can make money out of it, but I'm not charging money. I want to be able to do these little workshops like these big time photographers are doing in the Philippines, but doing it in a way that I'm not charging anyone any money. You got a mobile phone, okay, let's go and take some great photos with the phone. The age-old question, what's the best camera? The one that's in your pocket, or the one that you got in your hand? How much do I have to spend on a camera? Well, if you can't take a good photo with the cheap camera, forget about buying the expensive camera, because you're not going to know how to damn well use it. So I learnt on a cheap camera. I'm looking at upgrading to another one for a different reason. But you learn with what you've got. Once you get the fundamentals, and then you can save money and you can buy the more expensive stuff and get the nicer cameras and stuff like that. And they will come with different things and different perks. But one of the things that I wanted to do was be able to travel around the Philippines and say, okay, I'm going to Davao. I'm going to be there for 4 days, 5 days, whatever it is. I'm going to be free to take 4 or 5 people on a day trip here or a day trip there, and let's go and do some photography. Bring your phone, bring your camera if you got one. Let's go and have lunch. Let's go and do whatever. All right. That was one of my dreams. It still is a dream. But now I want to be able to travel the Philippines. I wanted to eventually live in the Philippines, still be able to travel around the Philippines. And now I want to start doing photos in the Philippines. I want to start doing vlogs in the Philippines, meeting new people, and just having a great time and enjoying the things that I'm enjoying. So I'd love to be able to come down to Davao. I'd love to spend a couple of days with you. Anybody else that's in Davao, I'd like to spend a couple of days with them. Yes, Christine, when I'm in Manila, there's a couple of places that I'd like to go and take photos. You're more than welcome to come with me and we can do something together. I can't even say the name. Bub, what's that place that I want to go to in Manila? You know the one I'm talking about. I just can't think of the name and I can't pronounce it properly. I'll wait until you put it up before I talk about it. But yes, Christine, I'd love to be able to meet up with you in Manila. And what was that, Rochelle? I don't see myself as a mentor. I see myself as just a helper. I love whatever skills I know. I love to be able to share. Always have, even from being a butcher, being as a supervisor in Meatworks, whatever I know, I'll teach the next person, and then they can teach the next person, the next person, the next person. You can never succeed in life if you don't help people raise with you. Otherwise, you're going to be lonely once you get to the top. So, but I'm going to get back to this photo since I started doing it. I just want to make the greens pop a little bit. So, like, okay, this is how bad I was when I was starting editing. I'd sit there and go, right, I want them greens to pop. So I'll go like this. I'm like, right, I want them that, and I'm going to go, yeah, I'm like, yeah, them greens really pop. Okay. At certain points of the time of the year, that probably could be true, but I try and be more realistic now and just go, oops, go back. Okay. They are green lights on them and it's a little bit yellow, so I'm going to go right there. There. That would be me adjusting the greens on them. Not too far, just give it a little bit more colour, stand out a bit more. You don't have to go crazy. Okay, that's not doing anything up there, so don't worry about that one. Okay, let's go into detail. I'd definitely be coming down to see you, Rochelle. There's another lovely lady that I would love to meet on the way down as well. I'm starting to make some really good friends on this page, and so is Julie. So there's definitely going to be a lot of traveling around and meeting people and spending time with people. So, but yeah, definitely we will be heading down your way. Julie has asked that and wants that, so that is going to be one of the things. Cornfield, no. They're actually river weeds, reeds. So it's just little stems on the riverbanks. So it's not corn, it's just a river reed. Alright, so where are we up? See, I love putting my vignettes on my photos because, one, it helps, like, hang on. You can see how bright it is in the corners. Look, this is why I do my vignettes. Around the edging, okay? Pay attention to that. Now I'll put my vignette on. That's probably a little bit too much. Probably a bit. There. Now you can notice that it's changed a little bit darker there. Hasn't made it too dark, like, okay, I was 14. Like something like that, it's just too dark. But yeah, it's still a bit too dark. So even that's alright. And it puts a nice little vignette on the thing, and it just makes your corners look a little bit better. So, hang on, before I go anywhere, just whoa, where was I? Yeah, I'll take a quick photo. Quick photo of that one, and I'll send that to Yanni. she asked for that. So I'll send a photo to that through Messenger for Yanni. Okay, so nah, color's better. Sorry, I just had to click the black and white to see what the black and white look like. Alright, so that's done. There's not more I would do to that photo. I will put the watermark, like I said to Yanni, in the center. And how I had it for Julie's photo was a little bit too low. I wanted it up a little bit higher. Oops, not that button. It just fits better being up a little bit higher in this photo. So, Sam, good evening. Yanni, if you can do me a favor and just send me a message on Messenger, just say hi, and I'll send that photo over to you with all the settings for that sunset. And if you want, I can pass on that sunset for you too. Yeah, a vignette is like a border, more of like an oval kind of border. It kind of feathers in, feathers out. It's in your, yeah. So it's like a post crop kind of thing. You can go black, you can go white. Beautiful. Thank you, Yanni. Some of the, hello Pamela. Some of the photos, especially some of the flowers, in the past I've done a white vignette on the thing because it looked really nice. One of Julie's photos that I did of her sunset photo that she got when she was on a school seminar or something at a resort. It was a lovely sunset. I would have loved to be able to take the photo, but I was unfortunately in Australia, so it is what it is. But that sunset that she did, I put a white vignette on it because it kind of gave it like a tropical vibe as well. So I'm just sending you through the photo of the now, Yanni, of the settings, just so you can have a look of what I've done. And when I get the sunset photo back on my phone, I'll send it off to Rochelle, and I'll send one to you. But Yanni, if you want, now you've sent me that message. If you want any help with any of your photography, any of the photos, send me a photo, and I would go low on an angle for a floor mural. Maybe like mid-waist on an angle. It could be hard to try and get it top down. But send me a photo. If you got one there, send me a photo of it and I'll have a look at it. And you never know, sometimes straight on, straight down could be a good photo, slightly edited. It depends on what sort of mural it is. But yeah, keep in touch through Messenger, Yanni. Any photos you want me to have a look at, I can. And I'll give you my honest opinion back and give you pointers. I haven't gone black and white yet. But I'm more than happy to spend some time with you with your photos and stuff like that and give you some advice. No, I'll put my hands on the black and white. I like black and white. So, one of the photos I'm going to do tonight is definitely going to be this one. I went looking for this one so much for Julie. I want to get this one done tonight. I know I've only done a few photos tonight. I do apologise that I probably should have done more photos in the 2 hours, or almost been on 2 hours. But I just haven't got around to doing it because I had a bad start, really. So this one's going to be one to edit. Anytime, Yanni. So I'm also messaging, and that's probably bad manners of me. But yeah, I'm happy to help anyone in any of their photography that they want to learn. If they want tips, tricks, stuff like that, I'll give you my honest what I would have done or what I would do if it was me, and hopefully we can work something together. So this one is going to be a square crop, a 1x1 crop, just because of the photo. And I'll leave it there. As long as you have a go, it can't be a bad photo. The key half the time is just having a go. You never know until you never do. You never know until you never go. Kakadu National Park. Used to be one of the tourism ads for Australia. You never know until you never go. Kakadu National Park, Northern Territory. Yeah, okay. I don't think it needs to be as bright as what they made it. I want a bit more contrast. I'm gonna probably what I'm doing is putting a circle gradient filter on it. And the reason why I'm doing that is I'm going to try and isolate this to pop a little bit more. So, I forgot. I hadn't inverted it yet. Inverting would be better. Okay, so now it's inverted. So, as you can see, by doing this radial, the circle gradient filter, I can make, and before when I play with the exposure, the whole photo exposed, and it took too much color out of the greens. But I wanted the flower to be a bit more exposed, so by using a circle gradient filter, I can raise the whoop, nearly knocked over my microphone. I can raise the color, the exposure on the color, make the contrast a little bit more, and just play around with trying to make that flower pop. Because at the end of the day, the way I see it, right, is, everything has the right to look beautiful, whether you feel it or not. And if I can make a photo of yourselves, enhanced a little bit with a bit of photo photography, change the colors a little bit, make the shadows or whatever, do a nice edit on the photo, and you just sit there and go, wow, that is me, I look good, and it puts a smile on your face. Who's anybody else to say anything otherwise? Like, don't listen to them. If you feel it, you are it. So I'm just playing around with, yeah, that's good. I like how the texture come out a little bit more. See how the texture is changing slightly with the slider, and then if I go the other way, the texture disappears. Well, I want to be able to see the texture in the flower a little bit more. So, and then you get the clarity, it really changes, or you can make it look moody and fluffy and stuff like that with the clarity. I think I might leave the clarity up a little bit. Normally I take it down to try and smooth it out, make it a bit more dreamier, but not on this one. Put the dehaze up a little bit to try and cut any glare that's in that photo. This flower is looking good. Looking good. Looking fine. So that's what I've started off with. And that's what I've got it to now. Your flower's starting to look sexy, Bubba. Hey, look. It's black and white. She's going to shoot me. This is witness, everyone. If I disappear, Julie's knocked me off because I keep touching the black and white button. Look for Tim. Check on me to make sure she hasn't killed me. Yeah, it's starting to look quite nice, Johnny. Play around with it a little bit more, and that's the thing. Just go remember. Well, most of these flowers, I've got 3 flowers or 4 flowers here tonight that I actually don't know the names. but the rest of them are the hibiscus, Jennifer. So they're just different variants of the hibiscus. And they're a lot of these hibiscus, except for one, I actually found at the work that I'm working at the moment in a public school, primary school for kids. So it's just quite nice. So yeah, like I was saying, Yanni, everything is just trial and error. Just play around with your sliders. Definitely go on your app store and type in Lightroom and get the free version and have a play with some of the your photos that you've got, and then send me a photo of how you're going with it. Bam. And put a bit of a white, there you go, white vignette on it. I could go with the black vignette if I really wanted to and just go make that yellow really stand out, which is not too bad, but I reckon a little bit of a white vignette gives it that Hawaiian tropical feel. Okay, so this is the flower that we started with. That one, it's pretty in itself. And Julie keeps telling me every time I take a photo, it's perfect, don't edit it, don't touch it. Now, you tell me if that one is best or that one is best. Edited or unedited, you just let me know. I like the edited version. I do like the black vignette because it gives it a bit more of a, makes the yellow stand, but the white vignette to me gives a bit more of a tropical feel to it. And there you go, Bob. That is your flower that I found for you, edited for you. You let me know what you think. Actually started with a full bottle before the start of this live. Drinking too much Dubig. I've actually heard of baby breath flowers. I would actually have to hands off the black and white. See, I told you guys. Check on me because Julie's going to knock me off because I keep touching the black and white. I've heard of the baby breath flowers. I'd have to Google it to see what they look like. But hi, Paul. How are you? Let's see, baby breath flower. baby's breath. Where are you? Ah, yes. We do have them, Yanni, here in Australia. It's a very common flower in flower arrangements. A lot of people will use them. It reminds me similar to kind of reminds me of a way a cherry blossom looks, and that would be actually one flower I would love to go to Japan. Sorry, not China, Japan, and get in their bloom is cherry blossom tree. I reckon that would be sensational. It really would be. So do you want another photo tonight, or Kesley, how are you? Yeah, they are tiny little flowers, but they look lovely in flower arrangements. Alright, I might do one more photo tonight. Might do this one. Turn it into a 1x1 crop. Oh. 1x1's not going to work. Damn it. There we go. Yeah, 4x5. 4x5. Alright, so let's make this little fella pop. Even just doing the auto made it pop. Like, see how it's slightly different. Like that's before, after, before, after, before, after. Before, after, before, after. Okay. Now let's drop the temp down a little bit and raise the tint. Hey look, black and white bub. Watching from Manila. How is it in the big capital city? It's not a sunflower, but let's have a look. Let's see if I can do something that might be able to. Oops. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Seeing if I can pull up what if they can tell me what flower it is. I might be able to find it in I have heard the name once before. I just can't remember what they call it. Fetching results. Gazalea. That is the flower. Gazalea. Let's go to the Wikipedia page for the Gazalea. It is actually native to South Africa. What's the name of that flower? Gazalea. Yeah, I'll signed into chat. So it's native to South Africa. Let's see what else I can find out about it. Species. There's a lot of different types. Okay, it's not going to give me too much information. But yeah, it is a Gazalea. It is known for a lot of sandy areas. There's so many different varieties. It's not saying exactly how many different ones are in the family, but that one's a planted one, but I've found these ones before growing wild. Okay, we want to bring the highlights down, shadows down a bit more, bring down the whites. Black circle. Make it pop, make it pop, make it pop. Hello, Yellow. How are you, Paul? Thanks for joining. Oh, it's starting to look pretty. Oh, this one was taken off the Huawei as well. I think the best part about this photo that I got it when I did was the little it's 9:29 at night, Jennifer. It's starting to get late. I haven't had a shower or anything like that. I just recently got home before I jumped on the live. Quickly got some food. Didn't really have much time to do anything, but then I got late setting up this live. Yeah, it'll be a interesting thing. My brother, who I work with, has set me a challenge to do tomorrow. Christine, it's a gazalea. It's native to South Africa, but it grows in a lot of Australia, especially sandy areas. Yeah, tomorrow morning before work, my brother set me a challenge that he goes, you can make a video out of it and you can also make live out of it. So I'm going to do a 2-part challenge. Well, not really a 2-part challenge, but it's going to be a challenge, but it's going to be 2 parts where I'm going to make the challenge into a video. And then I will do the photo editing live for it. So you won't actually see the photos in the video, but you will see the photos edited live. So it'll be a video of taking all the photos in this challenge that he's setting out, which is going to be interesting. And then you're going to do a live probably Sunday night with editing the photos. Yeah, it's a pretty combination. You'll probably prefer that one over the other one because it's got more purple in it, Yanni. Michelle, how are you? No, that's okay. Life is busy. I know. I started work. I was up at 4 o'clock this morning. Started work at 6. Finished one job at 3. Went to another job. Finished there at 6, and then got home. So, been a long day for me too. I like this one because there's a little bee in it. That's the reason why I love this photo the most, is because it's got a little bee in it. A little bee. Like tiny bee. They're really cool. I love the Australian native bees. They make their hives anywhere they can. They don't sting you. They make some really sweet honey. They don't make a lot. It takes a long time to get them, but it's so incredible to watch. And that one, that's about all I would do for that one. Like, some photos you don't need to do a lot to them. some you get, there's just terrible photos and you just make them look much better. Of all things, I'm your favourite. Suck up. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. It is getting late. I am yawning. Yeah, she tries her little pickup lines on me. Thanks, Mitch. I know you'll watch it again. Just skip through the first 20 minutes. It was really bad. Having trouble setting up again. Winging it on the live, as I always do. Alright, so... I don't know about that, bub, but it must have hurt when you fell from heaven. Yeah, Yanni, I've got a photo. Go through the Facebook page and you'll see it. Don't know, but I think I put up both, and you'll see a cactus photo, a cactus flower, dragon fruit, that I got, and it was the first time I ever seen one. And it was beautiful, and just at the front where you've got the front bit coming up, I've got a little native bee sitting on that. That was an amazing shot that I got. I was quite impressed with that one. Alright, well, that's about all the editing for the night. I've done 4 photos. 4. Nosebleeds, doing pickup lines. So the first one we did tonight. Oh, hang on. I hadn't done the watermark on this one yet. So here we go. It's probably a lefty. It's not really a lot you can do with that watermark, so I'll just leave it on the left. Export. Oh, ouch. Alright, so the first photo we edited tonight was a photo of Julie from the first time we met. It was this nice and black and white one. Lovely one at Fort St. Pandro. And then the second one that we edited was probably the best sunset photo that I've taken. I've got a really good sunrise, and now I've got a really good sunset. Not quite everything that I want. Excuse me. Not quite everything that I want, but hey, I'm happy with it. I took it with a phone. All these photos was taken with the phone. Or with a phone, I should say. this gardenia. Nice little one with a native bee in it. That was the last one I just done. And this photo here is a beautiful yellow hibiscus flower that I've been chasing for Julie. And it managed to pop out the other day. I got a photo of it and I edited it up tonight. So they're the 4 photos that I went through editing tonight. I want to thank everyone for joining us on the live. It's always great to see a lot of familiar faces popping on the lives. And I can't wait to get to the Philippines and be able to do some photography over there, meeting some people and sharing stories and making new ones. So this little white monkey is going to go for a shower and probably tuck himself into bed and head off to the land of Nod soon. I hope you all have enjoyed the live. Thank you for bearing with me with such a bad start that I had. Seems to be a running joke at the moment. And I'm going to try and keep doing these editing lives for everyone that's enjoying them. I like having everyone coming on, having little chats, whether it's about the editing that I'm doing or you just want to have a chat and hang out, come chill. It's all good. And I will catch yous all. Probably the next live will be Sunday night. Oh, you like that one, Mish? I'll send you a photo of it. So, hope you all have a good night. It's getting late your time as well. So I hope you all had dinner. Hope you are relaxing. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you on Sunday night for a live. I'll work on this video and I'll try and get up that I'll do the challenge that John set for me. But I'm enjoying doing these lives, so if I don't do... I'll put these edits up in Facebook, Rochelle. If you're liking these lives more so than the videos at the moment, let me know. I'm enjoying doing these lives. I get to be able to interact with you guys more one-on-one or more as a group. Conversation backwards and forwards, it's always good. I will try and get back into doing some videos, but doing these lives are a little bit easier for me at the moment, because if I get too busy with work during the day, I don't have time to get the videos done and then let them edit. But I'm enjoying doing these lives. Thanks, Yanni, for coming. It's good to have you on tonight, and keep in touch through Messenger for more help if you want with photography. Well, that's good. I like hearing that. I got a bunch more. I still got a heap more photos here of flowers, and some people might get sick and tired of seeing the flowers. But I enjoy them. I'll try and get a bunch of different varieties of different things to show you, but I've got a few more here yet to edit. There's 22 there. I got another 18 there to edit, 17 to edit. And we'll see what happens. Maybe Sunday Night Live will be the challenge photos that I do, so they might not be these flowers, depends. I might do a flower or two in the challenge, but we'll see what happens. It's going to be an interesting challenge my brother set for me tomorrow with limitations, so I'll see how I go with that one. But anyway, guys, thanks for joining me. Thanks for your support, and I really much enjoy it, and I look forward to doing more lives, doing video editing, Q&As. Eventually I'll be able to, when I learn how to do it, because it's been a mess so far, eventually I'll be able to get you guys on one by one or whatever, and you can chat with everyone while we're on the live. Yeah, thanks for the support between me and Julie, supporting her and supporting me. It's good to see, and we're starting to build a nice little community. So thanks all, and have a safe one. Cheers.